Merry Christmas and good evening. If you asked Santa for some rainfall, well, he delivered. We've had two large systems crossing over the area, and the last 48 hours, we've had some measurable rainfall for every microclimate. Take a look here, the south-facing coastline in Ventura County. We got the brunt of this storm system, measuring in over 5.5 inches of rainfall in Goleta, just under that 5.5-inch mark here in Santa Barbara, and Ojai being the one outlier that we knew would see some good rain, and we are not out of the clear by any means. Northern communities got about 2 to 3 inches, so still some measurable amounts out there and still a plethora of watches and warnings to worry about. So we're about to get rid of our flood advisory for these areas highlighted in green, but this could be extended as we track through Friday. Our flood watch was pushed back through Friday evening for all areas highlighted in this darker shade of green, where we're still looking at the possibility of widespread flooding, and we're going to be looking at those pretty dangerous cells to develop. So take a look here. As we track through Christmas evening, right around now, we're seeing those big showers up in high terrain areas, but watch as we get almost another funnel of moisture right around Christmas dinner time. So a large line of cells is set to develop over Goleta and pass through the central coast as we head through the overnight, but those large cells will likely cross over here in Santa Barbara and dump a lot of rainfall through the Ojai Valley as well. And we kind of hold out with that soggy wet weather through the evening and overnight hours into Ventura, Santa Barbara, and LA counties. Watch as we step through early Friday. We're going to be looking at a wall of moisture for these areas. Yellows and reds are indicating rainfall rates upwards of 1 inch per hour. And as we track through Friday, the bulk of the showers have moved through, but now we're just holding out with all of this unstable air. So with the instability, with a little bit of moisture, easily some small pop-up showers and thunderstorms to develop, move very erratically, and you can see here, as soon as they pop up, they virtually diminish. But don't be caught off guard, especially when some of these showers and thunderstorms could develop and bring in some hail, lightning, thunder, you name it. These are not storms that you want to be caught out in. As we track through Saturday, we actually dry out a little bit, but we're not going to hold out with dry weather for much longer. Into the new year, I have a whole other set of storms I'm tracking. Before we get more into that, let's talk about our future track rainfall. I think we'll add another inch or two here in Santa Barbara, still holding out with our biggest impacts kind of right through the Ventura County mountains as well. And then as far as San Luis Obispo, Santa Maria, we'll probably add another 1/2 inch, maybe closer to 1/4. Here's a look at our winds. That's another factor that we're monitoring. As we track through the next few hours or so, we're looking at about 15 to 20 miles per hour for a lot of beach areas. High terrain, though, we're still expecting some of those gusts to near 50 to 60 miles an hour. As we track into the overnight, don't expect much of a difference here. We're still around 20 miles an hour in Santa Barbara, Santa Maria, and San Luis Obispo. Strong gusts through Ojai. Again, still some very big amounts of rainfall expected there. With the wind, with the rain, travel is going to be dangerous. The US 101 still has some pooling and ponding, and as we continue to add more rainfall, and of course as the sun begins to set, those roads are going to be dangerous. Here's a look at temperatures tomorrow. We're back up into the 50s and 60s for most of the coverage zone. It's going to be cool, cloudy, and we're looking at those overnight lows into the 40s and 50s. So be weather aware when thunder roars, go indoors, and of course, Merry Christmas. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your work week.